a chance to talk to the Florida Highway Patrol, see how things are on the roads. We have Sergeant Mark Wysocky with us. What are you seeing out there? Because, of course, we were waiting for the sun to come up to get a good idea of what our highways look like.
Right. Well, the troopers resumed patrol about 9 p.m. last night, and there are some trees down along I-95 and some of the ramps from 595 to 95. So we're going to be out there patrolling and looking for any obstructions that are in the roadway.
What have you heard overnight, Sergeant, about what may be out there? We saw one earlier this morning on I-95. Looked like a pretty big tree that was being cleared there. Have you received several reports of things out there?
Correct. There's another one on westbound 595 ramp to northbound I-95. And there's another tree down in the southbound entrance ramp from 57th Avenue to get on the Turnpike extension. And that's what we're doing. We're contacting the maintenance crews. They're out there assessing the situation, but they probably won't be able to start removal till daylight, so they can really see what they're doing in case there's any power lines underneath trees or anything like that.
And maybe as of this point, there's no way to tell whether or not the removal process will involve shutting down lanes. Certainly on that off-ramp, that could be problematic trying to get people around.
Yeah, that's correct. So that's why, the troopers are out. We've checked, I believe, southbound I-75 through Broward County appears clear. I came from the Sawgrass Expressway from North Broward, and the southbound Sawgrass Expressway appears clear at this time. So, but we're going to continue to assess the situation along with the maintenance crews.
Yeah, we're about half an hour before we start to see those peaks of sunshine out there, and there could be a lot of work ahead. When it comes to the Florida Highway Patrol, you guys keep the roads safe, but then you've got to bring in those other crews that possibly have to use chains and chainsaws and all kinds of situations to get the roads clear, huh?
Yeah, that's correct. We'll be out there, and there's probably going to be a lot of escorts of like electrical companies going across to Alligator Alley or going to different locations. So we just want to remind everybody, just stay off the road right now till we can get these areas assessed and get them safe again for people to drive. And just remember, there's a lot of areas with power outs. Remember, when there's all the lights are out at an intersection, you must treat it as a four-way stop.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because so many areas, I mean, we know, just talking about Miami-Dade and Broward alone, not even getting into the Keys or getting into Palm Beach County, we've got more than 1 million power outages. So yes, we don't want people on the roads at all, but if they are going to be on the roads, definitely treat the blinking lights or no lights as a four-way stop. That's a good reminder we all need to remember, because this could be some time before you have all your traffic lights up and working.
That's correct.
Sergeant, I wonder if there's any thought process now, and maybe we're looking a little bit too far ahead as the storm continues to move northward, but there were a lot of people who left this area or had friends or family members leave this area and may have evacuated well north, either into Georgia, some going far as Tallahassee. We talked to some folks who went as far as New Orleans. They're going to start to think about coming back. What should they know about what that process may entail?
The main thing is just hold off until everything can be assessed so we can see what the situation is, because some areas you may not be able to even get into where your property is if trees are down, because we're going to be working on getting the interstates open first, I-95, 595, 75, the turnpike areas, to make sure those are clear for people to come back. So if you come back and then you get stuck with a tree down, and who knows how long you're going to be sitting there once again, and you don't want to turn around and go the opposite way.
We've seen some possible roads ripped up down in the lower Keys. We don't have any reports of that in Dade or Broward, do we?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, because of course they got the real burden down there of that eye moving over Cudjoe Key yesterday.
Sergeant, I wonder how your colleagues did over the last couple of days, because there's a real challenge in protecting them and keeping them safe and also honoring the responsibility to service those here in the community. How did the last few days go for other Florida Highway Patrol officers?
We're still assessing that. I mean, the troopers were checking in, so we know everybody's okay. But some of them may have difficulty getting out of their neighborhoods to get to work this morning. So we're going to be checking on them and see if they're available to come out, or if we can get any help to them to get them out on the road.
Yeah, we need all the help that we can get, because the roads being clear is kind of first order of business, #1 on the to-do list, and then everything kind of falls in place after that. I know a lot of people couldn't even be reached because there were so many power outages. So there's been a reach your staff any way you can type of situation here in South Florida. So I know we need you all out there, and it's going to take some time. We're looking at traffic cams right now, our cameras across South Florida, and it gives us an idea, just so you know, Sergeant Wysocky, we're looking at 95 northbound at Cypress, and just a minute ago we just saw one car on the roadway, and we were popping each of these up. And so it is at least comforting to see that people are heeding your warnings and staying off the roadways. Right now we're looking at southbound 95 over at Southwest 10th Street, and both sides, northbound and southbound, completely empty. You see just one car off in the distance right there.
That's good. That's what we can hope for. Everybody just needs to stay in place, like I said, till we can get the areas secured.
Is that going to be a priority? Over the course of when the storm was overhead and we were dealing with that, we were told and had several law enforcement agencies tell you they're not going to put their troopers in danger. Now that the storm has passed, but you still want people to stay off the roads, for those who do venture out, what should they know about where they fall in line in terms of your troopers being able to get to them, because there are other priorities here?
Well, that's just it. You know, we will be able to respond, but unfortunately we have to be around these areas where the trees are down over the interstate to warn people and to warn other law enforcement agencies that are trying to get to different calls and so on, and medical personnel, that we need to be around these areas where the roadways are blocked to warn people ahead of time.
Okay, Sergeant Wysocky with the Florida Highway Patrol, we always appreciate you talking to us. I know you have a lot of work to do. We're going to let you get back to it, and we're looking forward to those roadways being cleared and getting back to our safety here in South Florida. So you have a safe day as well.
Thank you, everybody else also.
Safe travels to you and all of your troopers out there getting back to get us restored and get our lives to start getting back to normal, one step at a time.